Eric Gene Clark coming live from his house. I had to do this from my computer because my phone is having a lot of struggles. It's having struggles with its it just won't. Sometimes it won't upload the video, and especially because some of the videos I have on there are from my old phone, which is my A50, which I don't possess anymore, and unfortunately it lost all its power and died, and I had to buy a new one. And I bought the A13, and it's well, actually I bought this after my A11, which my A11 actually worked pretty good. And what's weird, it actually performed pretty good actually. This new one just doesn't it's been new for about, I want to say about 2 or 3 years now. And what it does is I'm gonna post this on YouTube, Facebook, and YouTube. And I'm basically it's just I don't have good quality in my devices, and I'm trying to learn how to like get better devices. But see, I don't have my own account. I get I don't want to do quotations, but I get SSI. I get SSI, and so I get like government money, and so I have a payee, and so I can't just like buy what I want to buy. I have to discuss it with him. He decides how much he needs to get out, and then he we go and we buy it, the device I need. So it's hard getting devices I need because sometimes I can't always upgrade when I want to upgrade. So he's gonna come here tomorrow, and I'm gonna have to discuss with him basically help me to get a new phone. Maybe get an iPad too, because so I could at least record myself better. Get one with a camera, if that's possible. I had a really nice iPad a long time ago. I don't know what kind it was, but it was one it had a magnet in it. You could put it on like on the refrigerator and stuff, and record. You can make some of the best recordings with this this iPad. I really wish I could get another one of them, and I know I can't get another A50, but like a phone like the A50 would be nice, because the A50 its recording time was better. It took clear, crisp pictures. It had an ability when you waved your hand or you put your hand up like this, it would take the picture instantly, and you could just take like these instant, like really good pictures. You can even do like certain facial expressions you made, like if you smiled or you smiled at any kind of way, it would instantly take the picture, and I can take some of the most crispest pictures. I can't say crisp. Yes, I guess I can't plural crisp. See, I have a speech impediment, and so when I say certain things, it's like certain words won't come out the way I want them to, and I don't know why that is. Other than I just slur my speech, and I don't know what causes that. And I try to make videos as entertaining as I can make them. I'm not entertaining. I'm not like exciting, and I know that. And like people want to say, "Well, Eric, why don't you have patience? Why don't you exhibit patience?" And I'm like, I would, but I don't have patience. See what I'm saying? It's like when I'm on camera, you see this person now. I'm not this person when I'm on camera. I'm like when I'm not on camera, I am a terrible, angry person who always wants to like. I guess the word is control. Maybe I do have control issues and I just don't know it. And I have to talk to my case manager, my counselor about it, just to see what they would say, see if they help me with that. Like, maybe I do have control issues, but like at least it's hard for people to admit something like that. I'd like to see anyone who has a problem with that admit to that they have control issues, because that would be a hard thing to do. That's like saying like, well, I want things my way, and I can admit that I have that problem. See, now most people couldn't admit that, and that's why I say I'm different than most people. I can admit to my problems. I can admit when I have problems, and I can admit how to manage my, like I can figure out what to do to manage my problems. But the problem is I accept. I'm seeing the camera up here. It's got like a light up here, and see the thing is I'm just like, I'll say another thing about me is I'm fascinated by everything. So like if I see something that interests me, there'll be all my focus will go on to it, and I'll even have to the point where I'll strike a conversation and I'll be like, I'll talk about stuff that I and generally like about stuff. So stuff that like I'm interested in. I'll talk about. I'll try to like bring up the subject all the time, and I will talk about things that other people like. I've tried doing that, and even having like a different approach when I speak, you know. And I get these funny comments, and I actually appreciate them because I love like that messed up kind of stuff that like you're just like it's funny, it's messed up, it doesn't make any sense. I just love that kind of humor, that like messed up humor. That's like I don't know. You're kind of like where the guy, you know, the one where the dog is sitting in the room and it is saying there's a fire there, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just fine." I like that kind of humor, you know. I'm actually that way. I think I'm like backwards. I have a cat, by the way, if you can see that, the cat. Oh my I got a cat. See him? His name is Toby. That's my mom in there. Her name is Marianne and Clark, and I'm Eric Gene Clark. I go by this is the channel Glorious George Hawk, and it's Hawk with Hak. And I know that doesn't sound right. I just like the way it sounds. It's a character. It's a wrestling character I came up with a long time ago, and I know he doesn't sound. He's Glorious George Hawk, and it's like kind of like the play on word for another word, like you know, like I don't know how to describe it. It's like he's kind of a royal gentleman. He does things in a proper way. You know, I wish I could do stuff in a proper way. Honestly, I would love to be proper, but yeah, I wouldn't have the. But the thing is, like, taste in music. Like, I have taste in like genres of like heavy metal and like certain kinds of rock music. I also like mellow music, which is weird because you think as angry as I get, you wouldn't think I would like mellow music, but I do. I like that kind of like mellow tone where it's like the guy's got problems. He's got a lot of problems, but 10 issues, but 10 issues, and so he's just like a really nice guy and stuff that relates to me, you know. And we're up to the 7 minute mark, and they say for some reason I can only share videos up to like 15 minutes. I guess that's just the format for YouTube. I really don't know. And I'm gonna learn into that. I do watch a lot of YouTube videos on stuff. I do watch a lot of TV, play a lot of video games, and you'd think that'd be a fun thing to do, like just sit and play games all day. But it actually gets nerve-wracking, especially when you're in the middle of a game and like you have to do something else, and it's like because I do a lot of chores, so and what I'll do is I'll play my game for like 15 minutes, and then I'll go do the chore that I have to do. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like whatever I have to do, like cleaning up. Like for instance, the cleaning I do is like cleaning my room. You know, sometimes I'll clean up the living room. Sometimes I'll clean the kitchen if my mom lets me. The thing is, sometimes my mom won't let me clean. When I want to clean, I'd be willing to like sweep, do some mopping, and she'll always say like, "Oh, I'll get to it. You just sit down." And the thing is, so I had to sit down because it's like, you know how hard it is for someone that got ADHD to sit down and just sit in one spot. I want to move to other spots. I have ADHD and I have schizoaffective bipolar, so I have like mood swings, and then I also have like, I guess you could call them voices. I don't know what they are. I just hear stuff inside my head, and it's like it gets very bizarre and weird, and I could go into detail about all the things that like I talk about. There's a lot of other things I could talk about, like the fantasy world I came up with and stuff, and it's called Chaos with a K. That's play on word for chaos. It's also they can also have an alternate spelling. An alternate word for it is Aerocity. I'm trying to debate if I should call it Aerocity or Chaos. Aerocity is my name combined with velocity, so Aerocity. And I actually got that from a friend. His name was Mr. Shannon. He was a counselor of mine at Chaddock. That's the place I used to go to when I was a kid. And yeah, I'm up to 9 minutes, so I have to cut this short. So, I'll discuss more in the next video if I make a next video, and we'll update you on my status. Okay, so there's at 10 minutes. Yeah.